Hello everyone, welcome back to this Microsoft Excel tutorial journey with me on my Knowledge Factor YouTube channel. This is the 77th session in this journey, and today let's try out another database function here. Now, like I said earlier, we are working with the average. The average is just like the way it's created, just like the dsum. We are going to take a look at another one here today. Exactly the same, just a different function. We did dsum, we did daverage. Let's try a DCOUNT. So this time, just to create some separation, I'm going to highlight my cell H2 to I2, just the division and category header. I'm going to copy that and drop down below. So let's see, where should I go? I'll go down to, I'll separate it maybe a couple. I'll go to H8 and I'm just going to paste that in. So I just Control C, copy, drop down, Control V, paste it in, and let's see, I'll do category again. So this time I'll choose something different. I'm going to do supplies. So there we go, from my category, and I won't worry about division for right now at least, but now I want to get the counts. I want to know how many sales we are done with the category of supplies. That's it. So DCOUNT. So inside of J8, or just to the right of your category header, I'll put in a count. Count sales. I'm going to drop down and maybe I'll format that first. I'm sticking with formatting. I got to make it look consistent, so I love the format painters. I'll just click in here and I'll just format it. It's an awesome tool. I love it. I love the format painters. So let's just bump up the font size on that one. All right. I'll just format the next cell as well. All right, totally unnecessary, but it just makes it look better. So you can pause the video, you can format your headers and your text, whatever you want to do, and then jump right back in. All right, now I'm done formatting. That's it. All right, so J9, I'm now going to get a count of the sales column where the category is equal to supplies. Now I'll jump into J9, or just to the right of the supplies, and I will start typing this one, equals DCOUNT. Now I want to point something out here. With a DCOUNT, we have a DCOUNT function and then we have a DCOUNTA function. Right? Now DCOUNT, this one counts the cells containing numbers. So we are going to count the sales column. They are numeric values, so we are going to use the DCOUNT. But if you are trying to count something that was non-numeric, it was an alpha value A, B, C, D, E, right? It was text, then you would need to use the DCOUNTA function, right? DCOUNT will only count numbers. DCOUNTA will count every type of value, whether it's numeric or text, doesn't matter what. The only thing that won't count is blank cells, so it leaves those alone. All right, so I'm going to use the DCOUNT function because I'm going to be counting the total sales column right there. So just like before, like I said, is exactly the same. Just do the double click and we got the database. So I'm going to grab A1 to F59. I'll do comma. The next thing we want to know is the field, so I'm going to grab F1. This is the column we want to count, comma. The last part, your criteria. So here I'm going to grab I8 and I9. So I8 to I9. So that's my category header, matches this one, and I got my supplies header. I'm going to close my parenthesis and hit my enter key, and we got 4. So there is 4 entries in here, and we counted 4 total sales value for the supplies category, just like that. Very cool. Again, no filtering, no sorting, and nothing else done. It's all built directly into the calculation. Now I want to point out just a couple of quick little things here, then we'll wrap up this database function. One, I mentioned this earlier, your header, your criteria right there. right? They have to match the spelling that's done inside your list, right? Even it's something small. If I replace, like, if for example, if I replace this with categories, right, I'll just make that plural, then it's going to break. It doesn't work because that does not match the header here. It's category and you're writing categories. So just let's undo this, Control Z, back to 4. And if I misspell supplies, the same thing. If I accidentally put a space, and I see people do this a lot, they will type in a value and it's just second nature, it's just instinct. We hit the space bar, so I hit my space bar there, and I have now got a space in between the supplies and the in there, and that space is going to mess it up. I'll hit my enter key and it turned to 0, right? I've now got 0 because that right there, the supply no longer matches the supplies from here, don't have an extra space in the list. So I get back in there and backspace that out, enter, and back to 4. So it updated my formula, right? So just watch for that little tip and make sure things are spelled properly. They match what's in the data. I do my spellings horrible while typing in, so if you haven't noticed it already, so just watch for those things, right? Something else, we have seen the dsum, daverage, and the dcount. Now if I get back into just an empty cell here, just to show you, I do equals d, and there's a bunch of them in here, but we have got daverage, we have got dcount, we have got dcount a, and we get dgets, we got dmax, dmean, dsum, and some standard deviation and dproduct in there as well. So there are several different database functions. Well, worth your time to dig in and see what's available for you. What I showed you here is perhaps the most common ones: dsum, daverage, and the dcount. Those are the most common database function that I see being used inside of Microsoft Excel. But well worth your time to take a look at what other database functions are available to you inside of Excel. So try these out, get some practice with it. Even better yet, if you open up one of your own Excel files, like a working file, see how you can use it there. How can you use a database function to sum up a range of cells, or average or count a range of cells based on criteria. So try it out. Thanks for watching this tutorial, and as I always say, if you really liked it and enjoying this journey, then please do like, share, and subscribe my channel, and also press the bell icon to get the latest content update on this channel. Alright then, we'll meet up in the next session. In case you have any questions, any concerns, then do let me know in the comment section of this video. So see you in the next session. Till then, stay safe, have a great life, and take very good care of yourself.